Good morning, students. Today I am going to explain your next poem, Fire and Ice. Fire and Ice is one of Robert Frost's most popular poems. It was published in December 1920 in Harper's Magazine. It discusses the end of the world. Before starting the poem, I would like to tell you some key points so that you can understand the poem in a better way. The poem has been written symbolically. The poet says that there are mainly two opinions about the end of this world, one by fire and another by ice. The symbols fire and ice have been used for human emotions like desire and hatred respectively. As fire can spread very fast and cause a great destruction in no time, likewise our desires may also prove very destructive if they go out of control. Hatred causes slow destruction like ice, but it is also very harmful. Now let's start the poem. Some say the world will end in fire, some say in ice. From what I have tasted of desire, I hold with those who favor fire. Here, desire means a strong feeling of wanting to have something or wishing for something to happen. And favor means approval or support. And tasted means experienced. The poet talks about the two different beliefs regarding the end of this world. He says that he is in the favor of those who say this world will end in fire, as he has seen the effect and result of uncontrolled and unending human desires. He finds the human desires same as fire in its nature. On the other hand, the second belief tells us that ice is sufficient for destroying this world, and the poet compares the nature of ice with hatred. As ice can make a part of body numb with its prolonged contact, like hatred can also give numbness to our mind and thoughts and make us insensitive and cruel. The speaker brings us into the middle of an argument between people who think the world will come to a very end and the people who think the world will freeze. He could be talking about a literal end of the world, but he is also talking about the power that human beings have to harm or destroy one another. The speaker's experience with desire has taught him that passionate emotions would probably have the power to turn the earth into a big fireball. Next lines. But if it had to perish twice, I think I know enough of it to say that for destruction, ice is also great and would suffice. Here, perish means die and suffice means be sufficient. Now the poet is saying, but if it had to perish twice, means if the world had to come to an end for two times, he had also experienced the other extreme, and he knows that colder emotions like hate have great destructive power, and there is a lot of hatred in the world to destroy it, and that will also be sufficient to destroy the earth or the world. Now I would like to tell you the figure of speech of the poem. Here the figure of speech is personification. Personification is to give human qualities to inanimate objects. In this poem, fire and ice are capable of destruction. Thus, the poet personifies fire and ice by giving them mind and power to destroy anything. Thank you, students.